Back here at home, the Cleveland Indians family is mourning tonight.
But as Jim Donovan is here to tell us, we are remembering a life that was big and bold and gave us multiple generations of just great times in Cleveland.
Yeah, I'd have to tell you, the Francona family, they are what you call baseball lifers. And they have allowed us to share in that life. But there is sad news to report today, as today's the opening day at training camp for the Indians, but we're going to have to put all of that aside. We're not going to worry about how we're going to replace Carlos Santana's power or if Michael Brantley's going to be happy this year. We step back because Terry Francona's dad has passed away, the original Tito. It is an exciting day today. It's supposed to be a day of celebration. Baseball is back, and in Arizona, the Indians are back. But that is not the case today. Terry Francona's dad, the lovable former Indian Tito, has passed away at the age of 84. Here in Cleveland, the Franconas became our own version of the baseball love story, Field of Dreams. We got to watch it even closer since Terry arrived to manage the Indians, and every day of it spelled family. Tito was loved during his 6 years with the Indians. Was he a star? Well, he certainly was in 1959 when he hit .363 with 20 homers and pulled the Indians to a second-place finish in the American League. He was an old-fashioned ball player. You want him to play the outfield? He did. You want him to play first base? He did. Anything to help the Indians win that day. And Indians fans latched onto him.
I think the Indians are going to win because Dr. Calavia gets the most home runs and Francona is a good player.
In 2001, he was named as one of the tribe's top 100 players ever. And then comes Terry's career. Just like Dad, a solid player, but as we now know, a brilliant manager. Tito exploded with pride when Terry skippered the Red Sox to those 2 World Series titles. But the ultimate payoff, Terry comes home to manage the Indians, Tito's Indians.
It was always Cleveland was my home team. It was so hard for me when we came up here, we watched when Boston was playing Cleveland, for me to root for Boston because this was my roots right here.
You can't take a job because your dad was a good Indian, but it's still a good story.
The Franconas are a baseball family. So are the Indians, for that matter. That's why it works. And on this day, if you said to Terry, like father, like son, you would be paying him the greatest compliment ever. So, with heavy hearts, the Indians took to the field today. Pitchers and catchers reported. Terry Francona will leave Arizona and make his way back to Pennsylvania to attend the funeral of a great Indian, Tito Francona. And what a great guy, I have to tell you. There's something about those old ball players. I mean, they have a million stories, and he loved Cleveland. Now, he was with a lot of teams, but his favorite time, the 6 years he spent here in Cleveland, and we had a chance to meet him every opening day when we would do our opening day special. He was the proudest guy in the ballpark because his son was in the dugout skippering the Indians.
I think what resonates with a lot of folks at home, and I know it affects you and your family, baseball is a father-son thing for a lot of families. So a lot of people look at these two, and they're at the upper echelon, but they see a little of them and maybe their dad in them.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, Terry always talks about, you know, one of the most favorite times for him was when he went on a 10-day road trip with his dad when he played with the Indians. And those pictures of Father and Son Day, I mean, that's amazing.
Unbelievable. Jimmy, great stuff. Thank you very much.